question naively.
Okay. Do we have this knowledge? A little bit, not enough. Is it important? Absolutely. And, you know, ideally you have people on teams who can actually do that part. I've done a little bit of perceptual studies, particularly with Miguel Nascenta, one of my postdocs. In particular, we were looking at, so when you have a tabletop, you have a horizontal surface, and when you put 3D on it, all the 3D that we built has been designed for us having a screen in front of us, so that we tend to be sitting at the sweet spot so it looks like 3D. So you put it on a surface and you have somebody standing on one side and somebody standing on the other side. It doesn't look the same to both of them. So we were looking at what the problems were there, and the first study that we did showed that the error was 60% when you were standing on the wrong side of the screen. I mean, it's a huge angular error in people's perception. Though interestingly enough, we discovered that if you use a more or less neutral 3D projection that's projected to straight above the table, that this was pretty much just as good as if it was projected for you. So there was a sweet spot, because there was a time, the first study we did, we said sort of like, maybe there will be, you know, like you have to say no 3D on tables. But now we can say, you know, you do 3D on tables, you should have, you know, a really almost orthographic projection with a really far viewpoint that's directly above the table. So that kind of research, absolutely. And there are people actually in the audience who are really good at that type of research. That it's really important. It's really important to actually understand what's happening when people see something, how they understand it.
Thanks.
And I suppose I shouldn't look there because he will actually see me.
Yeah. Well, that's perception too.